friends, and welcome to Hits and Pits with Ebola Cherries. I'm Ebola Cherries, serving you the hits and the pits from RuPaul's Drag Race around the world. Hits and pits, because everyone is entitled to my opinion. All right, let's get going. Today, first we have, she's a disco diva, and she got pumped one too many times, but listen, she didn't die. And now she got crystallized, and now she's a glamazon bitch ready for the runway. Okay, how about that? How about that? She got the pump, and then it pumped her up too much, and now she's back for revenge. Okay, I don't know. All right, so this week we are getting into Drag Race Philippines, episode 9. It's the week before the finale, and we are getting into Drag Race UK season 4, episode 3. So let's get into it. So Minty Fresh comes in and she's having mixed emotions about sending Brigadine home. It was the double rematch. They fought and then they fought again, and now Minty Fresh is the victor. And she says that she kind of feels sad to send Brigadine home, and she's kind of, but she'll fight, she'll keep going. All the girls are sitting around talking about how they'll fight, they'll make it happen, and they'll go. Precious Paula Nicole talks about the Divine Divas. She's the only one left, but she's gonna press on and make it happen and do the damn thing. So they come in the next day and congratulate Silhouette for winning, and they're like, you have 2 badges now, how does it feel? How do you feel? And she's like, okay. So funny. So they talk about all the funny and dramatic moments. They talk about Turing fainting. They talk about Silhouette's "what about me" moment. And then Silhouette is talking about Gigi Era having shade for her during Chana Gate 2022, where Gigi Era called her out for her Chana interpretation, and she was like, what? And then they're sitting there talking about Gigi Era and Precious Paula Nicole, and here she is right now, and they're like, what? So funny, Precious Paula Nicole. So they all go into interview with Khaled Karen and Mama Boy Pal, and Eva's sitting there and she's talking about the expectations that they're carrying from kind of their outside life and kind of who they are outside of this competition. And she talks about maybe she didn't necessarily know how to dance the best, but when Sir Douglas was here, she called her out the least, so that was pretty funny. When Marina comes in, she says the little coffee is too big for her. Oh my god. Oh, I couldn't possibly, oh, I just couldn't, And when they're talking to Marina, they're also messy. They want to get her flustered. They get her talking about Silhouette and all this other drama, and she's like, keeping her cool. When Minty Fresh comes out, she seems a little bit serious, and she talks about wanting to represent all the colors of the pride flag, and like what she does for her drag. Precious Paula Nicole comes out and is talking about her family and how they supported her, and that when she does her drag, she's not just doing it to entertain, but to tell her story and to tell her story of her mom and all that kind of stuff, and really connect with the judges in that way. And they talk about her big heart. It kind of seems like Silhouette is giving a little bit of pageanty answers to me, but it's like, what are you gonna do? It seems to me like they shut down just a little bit, but she's like she can't turn off the put togetherness of it all. So as they're getting ready, they have this moment where Silhouette goes and talks to Precious Paula Nicole, and she's like, of all the girls here, I just want to let you know that I just think that you're the talent and you're really the personality, and I just want you to be there in the finale with me. Of all these girls, I want you to be there. And I just think it's really awesome that Silhouette decided to do the short red bob, because she loves me so much. Just like my profile picture, the Ebola. You remember. Oh, and then as they're getting ready to, Silhouette and Marina finally have their makeup moment. They talk for a long time about, kind of misunderstandings and kind of growth on the journey of Drag Race, and like being able to kind of see each other in a new way and in a new perspective. So they get to have their big, long-awaited moment to kind of make peace, and it's a cute little moment. You can tell that everybody's all giddy about being in the top. Okay, so the champion video, I'm just gonna say, I feel like they all looked great. They all come out like riding out in a truck. They all have different like colors, right? Marina's got a little red bodysuit. She's got long black hair. Eva's in all blue. Precious Paula Nicole's kind of like orange with like long hair. Minty's a little more pastels, I think, and silver, and she's kind of like boxers, gloves. She's got like a jacket. And then Silhouette is kind of red. She's got the red short hair. So they come in and they're like punching their way. And they like punch words that are, I guess, are like slurs. So they're like knocking out the homophobia or whatever. And so then they go into do choreography in the ring, and I think this is where you're really seeing where everybody's really strong. You have Marina holding down in the center, and Eva's holding her own off to the side. Minty Fresh in the back maybe is a little bit like, seems to me a little bit behind the others, and then you see Silhouette kind of slipping up as it goes along. And Precious Paula Nicole is just holding her own in her corner as well. So then they switch outfits. They're in the like gold outfits to kind of be with the trophy. Again, they all look really great in this. They're all like, you know, like, they're like making out with the trophy or whatever they're doing. I think their looks are all really cool. I feel like the makeup that Precious Paula Nicole is wearing on this part makes her look very much like Mama Pow. Whom is her namesake? One of my YouTube new friends jumped in and said that she inherited the name from Mama Pow, and that's why she's Mama Pow, and she's Precious Paula Nicole. So anyways, she looks very much like Mama Pow in that moment. So then the music video switches to them. They do the choreography, the last verse, they're doing it again in the studio, and this is where you're really seeing where people are landing it and where people are hitting it and not hitting it so much. It's a cool way to kind of transition the audience to they're just now there on the stage. So anyways, for the runway, Mama Pow comes out. She's got like a white gown with a big like white, it's almost like a bow tie, big shoulders, extended moment. It's simple, but it's cute. It's a hit. Calla Karen has got this little white ruffles, titty cover thing going on. She's cute. It's a hit. Jiggly's got this like jumpsuit, I think that's like a one shoulder, like just encrusted with diamonds. It's a hit. And then my boyfriend, John Santos, who is my favorite judge of the season by far, just such a funny guy, big heart, and just gives the best critiques to all the girls. Look, he's got a white suit on today, and his hair is just, you know, artfully, playfully, messy. He looks great. It's a hit. And then we have, I guess he's a talk show king, Boy Abunda, Uncle Boy, who Vinny still likes played in the Snatch game. He is there also on the panel today, and he's got a black top on. He looks great. It's a hit. So the runway, they do two runways today. One is the first one is Let There Be Light. Eva LaQueen comes out, and she's a diner waitress. She's got a little black, red, and white checkered dress. I thought this was really a simple look. She's got like little puffy sleeves. She's got a milkshake on a tray, and then the neon sign that says diner. And then when she turns around, it's the eat at sign, and it's on the butt. And I'm sorry, like that it was simple, but then it took it there for me, just with a dumb eat my butt joke. You know what I mean? Love that. Love that. It's a hit. Marina Summers comes out as Lampshade Eleganza Extravaganza. She's got a gorgeous like white gown with like a low like bodice kind of out to the shoulders, and then these kind of big sleeves. I usually don't love a mermaid cup, but it's like a double mermaid. It goes down to the mermaid, and then there's like a little wedding cake tier on there. And then her hat is like a big giant lampshade, and it's lit from within. It's gorgeous, it's camp, it's all the things in one. She looks great. It's a hit. Minty Fresh comes out. She's covered up in like a feather wrap, and she's got these cat ears, and then when she puts them down, it's like a chain bodysuit that's all lit up. It's a little bit, I don't know what for me. Like I get that I'm in a Halloween right now, but it's a little bit Halloween-y. I don't know. Let There Be Light. It's like, I don't know. It's a cool look. I don't know why I'm giving it a pip, but I just am. Precious Paula Nicole comes out, and it's like this tiered dress that has these like paper cutouts in layers, and then it's like rope lights going on, and then it's like a big headdress backpack moment. You know what I mean? Like it's like a thing on the back with like a big feature on there. It's really ornate. It looks cool. The lighting is a little bit simple, but I'm into it. It's a hit. So then Silhouette comes out, and my immediate reaction when I saw her was I thought it was the exact same jumpsuits that she wore in the last one with her hubby that was on the show. It's the same spike shoulders, that like same textured print with like purple, orange, gray, black. But then she just had like a traffic light It wasn't doing anything for me. It's a pit, mama. So then they come out in their best drag looks. Eva Queen comes out, and to me, this was like show-stopping. This is it. It's the one. Like, everybody can go home now. She comes out in this gorgeous, it's like a gold bodice with black trim feathers all over it, and a long gold gown. And then she's got this big, huge headdress on with these big black feathers. And she just looks so regal and cool. And she definitely is living up to her name, Eva Queen. She just looks really regal. Sort of like black and gold makeup is just really, really just mwah. Just she looks great. She looks branded, and I can see on her design challenge that happened, the famous Raho design challenge, I can see where she was going with that. That would be on the same kind of line, this finale gown. But this is just mwah, exquisite. Crown it. You know what I mean? She looks great. It's a hit. Then Marina Summers comes out in what seems to be a very simple dress, but it's like a gold lace dress, and it's her legs showing. She's got her skin, her legs showing. She's not wearing pads, but she's got this high slit up the one side. She has like the sleeves that get bigger on the end, like the wizard sleeves, and then this like headdress encrusted with these jewels that catch the light. She's the sun, goddess. She looks great. It looks really rich and expensive. It's a hit. So then Minty Fresh comes out, and she has this jewels and gold chains and like jewelry kind of bodice. It's like draped artfully kind of around, and then like a little panty on this thing as well. She's got a big black headdress and a big black feather ruffle and bustle going down the back. She looks like a really expensive showgirl. She's coming out feeling like, you know, classic Vegas or just that, but also like, I don't know what, cultural, you know what I mean, like bibbles, like bits and baubles coming down. She looks really cool. The black and gold together is awesome. Precious Paula Nicole comes out in a jumpsuit that's like half down one side and then a high slit off the other. It's like, is it a dress? Is it a pantsuit? It's kind of got this off the one shoulder moment. And then she has this big hair with a big cowboy hat. It's all red and black and silver swirls, and then diamonds crusted on the hat. It's a cool look. It's her best, is it her best drag? It's a cool look. It's a hit. So then Silhouette comes out as, she's like the dark pope. She's all holy or unholy. And then she takes all that off and she's whips and chains underneath. She's got like a black leather harness and straps up her arms and legs, and she's all spiked out and chained out, giving dominatrix mama. It's a hit. So Marina Summers wins, and rightfully so. That shit was incredible. Anyways, so it ends up being Silhouette versus Minty Fresh in the bottom, and this lip sync is really emotional. They start off like they're really fighting and they're both giving really intense, and then as they go about halfway through it, they turn to each other and they're kind of talking to each other. It's just really touching that they get to have this little tribute to each other. And it ends up being that Silhouette sends her daughter home, and that Silhouette's going to the finale, and Minty Fresh is on her way. Up in Untucked, the girls talk about the top 5. What did they expect? What were their expectations coming in here? Precious Paula Nicole is talking about each moment, making sure that she is living with passion. Her tattoo on her arm says, "Life is precious." As the girls are talking, I'm like, what is Silhouette eating there? Is that like a rack of ribs? And then Marina's like, oh yeah, just pass this over my best drag, over my best outfit, my best garment. So funny. The whole time the girls are talking during Untucked, I feel like Minty Fresh is not saying that much. They have her in a little confessional at one point, but she doesn't say that much, and I feel like at that point she already knew that she was going to be the one going home that day. Marina's sister sends in a video message, and Marina's really touched. She talks about how it was with her family and her sisters, and she feels like she wishes that everybody had that experience and had that safety of their family to kind of explore with. Eva also talks about the power of believing in yourself, as they're all in the top 4 and they did it. Minty Fresh reads her letters and she talks about kind of being at peace with it, the way that it is, and going home and stuff. So anyways, I'm filming this on Tuesday night. Who knows if I'll get it out before the show drops on Wednesday, but my prediction is that it's going to be Marina Summers based on the voting online. Anyways, I think this this is like a top 4 that is all very deserving. Eva Queen just looks incredible. She's got the personality. She was the narrator of the season for sure. I thought she had awesome looks, and she just had a really steady season. I thought she was a star. Marina Summers is a big, up and comer. She's talented. She's made it happen. She won all these different challenges. The look is flawless, mama, and her skin looks gorgina. When she just has her leg out and it's just her leg, I'm like, shut up. And then Silhouette, she's the experienced mama. She's put all these people in drag. She's been fostering the community, running the bar or whatever, doing her thing. And then Precious Paula Nicole, to me, she seems like she's like the local favorite. She seems like maybe she has like the Philippines support behind her, whereas Marina Summers maybe has like the American support. Maybe my analysis of that. Yeah, she's just awesome drag queen, a lot of fun. Yeah, awesome top 4. I think it's gonna be Marina Summers. Blue. All right, now we're talking about Drag Race UK episode 3, baby, and there's a lot to talk about, okay? So, I just need to say, first of all, I don't watch all the other review shows until I watch this one, okay? So, I just need to say, first of all, right off the bat, why are all the other review gals keep saying black pepper? It's so weird. It's black pepper, and you should say it like that because that's how it's spelled. Like, can you say it with the hard R? I don't like that. Anyway. All right, well, we come in from Starlet's elimination. All right, move over, Katharine Hepburn. It's a new African queen in town, all right? Everybody's like, damn, the talent, she's gone too soon. And they wipe the message off the mirror and we move on. So Jomber's Blonde is actually pretty emotional, wiping the message off the mirror, being in the bottom again. And they all say she was the looks competition, and now Sminty says she's relieved that she's the looks queen now, LOL. So Cheddar says, what about this old maiden dress? And Sminty says, yeah, and I'll do it again, bop, 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 bop. So all of a sudden Monet Exchange is on this show. We got Raj O'Hara on the other show. Now we got Monet Exchange up on this gig right now. RuPaul comes in and announces the NAFTA Awards. They have 15 minutes to get into quick drag to be on the award show because they all voted for things to vote, superlatives. They all voted for superlatives to give each other reads and stuff. Beast in Show, the most competition was awarded to Black Peppa. Best background actress in a non-speaking role was awarded to Copper Top, which ended up being a read. Best scene-stealing, attention-grabbing camera hog was awarded to Danny Beard. Best actress resting on Pretty was awarded to Baby. Best hot mess was awarded to Sminty Drop. And so from there, the design challenge is in pairs. And because Sminty was voted hot mess, Sminty gets to say who gets to do what. So it's BINGO, and it ends up being LaPhil and Sminty, Baby and Dakota, Cheddar Gorgeous and Copper Top, Danny Beard and Pixie Polite, and Jomber's Blonde and Black Peppa, okay? So the gals all open their boxes into mixed reactions. There's some dramaticals, there's some like, oh yes, quite, we can just do this, quite, yes. RuPaul comes in through the walkthrough and talks about Jomber's Blonde's terrible name. Oh my god. Copper Top then asks who all voted for her, which she's like, no, it's fine, it's totally fine. But she's clearly pressed, and it just is so funny because they're all like, are you okay? Like, we gotta vote for somebody. Anyways, as they're painting, they all kind of talk about their different relationships. As Pixie and Danny are sitting over there, and they talk about Danny's boyfriend of 10 years that's just kind of been his rock and been there through thick and thin and is always doing stuff with them. And they get into Pixie Polite's past with Tia Coffee, and she kind of talks about just wanting to make her proud and wanting to do all that stuff. And Danny's like, listen, bitch, you're here now. You gotta focus on the shit now. So they're sitting there getting ready. Dakota asks Cheddar what it's been like dating. And Cheddar says that, it used to be a little bit harder, but now that they have a partner and they're a little bit older, it's quite different for them. And Sminty asks LaPhil's what's going on with her, and she talks about basically she hasn't really dated anybody that didn't kind of treat her like a secret. And I think that was just a really moving and kind of like vulnerable thing to talk about, because that is something that happens a lot, I think, with queer people that, especially, like where I'm from, up here in Utah, there's a lot of Mormon shame and a lot of Mormon guilt and we just don't talk about stuff. So LaPhil's kind of talking on that end about, we shouldn't be people's dirty little secrets or whatever. That was just, I found that to be very touching. So they come out for the runway. RuPaul is wearing this. It's a hit or a pit. I can't remember right now. Michelle is wearing this. Alan is wearing something else. And at one point he goes, Donatella or Donatella? And I was like, period period on. Did he know already? Oh, and then it's a gorgeous supermodel is here as well. I didn't write down anybody's names or what they were wearing. I'm clearly very prepared for this today. Anyway, LaPhil and Sminty come out and they're wearing blue and they've got these cool halters going on with like these different skirt situations. So Sminty's is like got a cutout in it and it's like a head wrap with like a sarong with a ring attached around the side. And then LaPhil has got this underwire kind of bra situation with a swooply, draped and swooped kind of cape that comes off the side, and then this swoopy come around the front gown. They look great. These outfits do too. It's a hit. They are hits. Then Jobbers Blonde and Black Peppa come out. It's pits. Everybody knows that. The thing about this is that they don't look like they work together. They both have like a right shoulder thing. Like Jobbers has this right shoulder pad sticking out, and then it's like a bra, and then it's like a long pencil skirt. Whereas Black Peppa's got like a mini dress with the straps coming up, and then it's got the right shoulder coming off the side as well. But there's just not much to connect the two as a pair of looks other than just the color of the fabric. So it's like they were trying to do too much, but they didn't necessarily work together to create a cohesive look. It's pits. Danny Beard and Pixie Polite come out, and to me these are safe looks. I mean, I can't necessarily construct a garment in that way at this time, but they both have the same up to the neck and then these shoulder pads coming out with long sleeves. Danny Beard has a little bit of a mini dress and then Pixie's is a little longer, but their hair stories are not quite matching up. It's a little bit safe. It's not telling me much in the way of styling or in the way of like personality. Although it is a garment that seems to be constructed well, it's a pit for the purposes of the challenge. They are pits. So then Dakota and Baby come out and they are using the color black. They have like this black vinyl situation with this like, I don't know what, patterned silk fabric, black with this like patterns on it. They have individualized looks, but it's like matching auras, you know what I mean? Dakota's got this bodysuit, but it's got an asymmetrical kind of thing with coming down off the side. She's got these big boots, and then Baby's got this little dress with like the banded bottom and some shoes. And then they both have similar hair with the doodads on top and the long coming down. So they look cohesive together. I bet if it wasn't just black and you could see the overall garment, it might not look overall, I don't know how it looks finished because you can't see it because it's black, because it washes out on stage. But as a look, it's cohesive and they work together to make it seem as if it's in the same realm. It's a hit. They are hits. So then Copper and Cheddar come out. Copper's got this bodysuit with a sash kind of over one shoulder and then long white boots, some hair that's coming out like this. Cheddar's got a little bit more of an intricate updo, and then she's got these bunched up rocks on hers, so her swag also kind of looks a little more dignified with black boots. And it's like if they had maybe each had long gloves to match their boots, it would have finished it. I just felt like Copper Top's bottom was not quite done, and I feel like Cheddar looked like she was, it was like when you order it and then when it gets there. So, did they say that? I don't know. It's been a couple days since I watched this now. Anyways, for the purposes of the challenge, in terms of working together, it's a pit. They are pits. So Dakota and Baby win the day, and they end up splitting up the teams, and Black Peppa and Copper Top are in the bottom lip syncing, and they lip sync to This Is Real by Jax Jones and Ella Henderson. At first, Copper Top seems deflated, but like right away, she's giving punches of energy, like you can tell she's gonna fight. And then similarly, Black Peppa seems a little pulled back at the beginning and she kind of builds up momentum as she goes on. Right at the top, Black Peppa does this crunchy ass cartwheel and like falls right in front of Copper Top, and then Copper Top is walking by and gets her cape stuck in Black Peppa's head. Like this whole top is a little bit of a mess. Copper Top hits a split at a weird point. I think she was trying to do a build up into a thing that Black Peppa actually like hits the bead drop or whatever. But she does this split, and then Black Peppa does this split. So they're like pacing off of each other. So then after that, Black Peppa just eats her up. As soon as it gets to the beat drop, Black Peppa's like dancing. She's getting like a rhythm going on, and Copper Top is still trying to do like slow motion claw gestures. And as soon as Black Peppa gets a little bit of rhythm in her, she just eats her up at the end. And Copper Top just gets lost in her cape. She kind of loses the momentum, and Black Peppa wins the lip sync. It ends up being that Copper Top is the one to go home and sashay away again. I don't need to say again. I'll edit that out. Anyways, that's it. Bloop. I'm Ebola Cherries, and nobody asked me to do this. Yep. He doesn't want to come out. Does it look weird? Yes. Well, there's a lot of it. Should I keep these?